Crap, I started it too early, but not as bad this time. This is the second time I've started this one too early. Welcome to the Itsuki Route, fellow dragons. Two things before I begin. One, I have played every route at this point except for Itsuki, Akito, and this guy. Senri was also going to be one of the last ones I did, but of the four that I wanted to say, of my four favorites, I wanted to wait longer before I did Senri's, but I just couldn't because too much Koharu in that route. Had to get her ass out of the way. So, yeah. Itsuki's next. I had trouble choosing between which one of these two was going to be next, but I'm just going to do Itsuki next. Another thing, it's about to become relevant real quick. Heishi, in the prologue, didn't have a southern accent. He has one now. It's a thing that happened in Heishi's route. Every other route has it already. Because Heishi's route, it doesn't start off with him that way, but because like early on, I'm like, I'm just gonna start doing a southern accent for this fucker, and it stuck. So that's what he is now. He's a southern dude. Where's my water? I need that. Oh, it's over there. Fuck. Alright, so who's the pair breakdown for this episode? Koharu and Senri, yeah, that lines up with who was together, that lines up with who Itsuki was paired with during their route. Yep, that lines up with that too. Yep, yep. Wait. Let's rewind. Sorry. Got it? You familiar with the pair breakdown now? Great. Now, let's all get to know our new partners and have some fun. I'm glad we got that all settled without too much unnecessary drama. You think? Well, yeah, the last thing we need now is any drama or bickering. Oh, wait, why does Sakya look like he wants to kill someone? That's not what I meant. This is the moment when all the drama is gonna start. As you've pointed out, Sakya looks like he wants to kill someone. What? Sakya looked at me like he was trying very hard not to say something. I need to explain my choice to him quickly before there are any misconceptions. Sakya, Whoa, you're actually gonna throw Sakya to the wolves? That's harsh, miss. Itsuki's eyes widened in surprise, though the corner of his mouth soon quirked up in a smirk. I am not. Did you even hear what Kakeru just said? The entire point of pairing up is so that we can monitor each other for suspicious behavior. Amongst our team members, the only one who requires surveillance is you, Itsuki. Oh, that's right. You and Saku have been close for ages, after all. So as the unknown, I'm the odd man out. Correct. I'm glad you grasped that so quickly. To be honest, I highly doubted Itsuki was the traitor, but I didn't know him well enough to say so with 100% certainty. Of course, it isn't like I made any attempt. I was not interested in where he went or what he did before. I was here to fulfill my duty. Nothing more, nothing less. I had no intention whatsoever of being close with the other espers on board. Fun fact, Itsuki's Route was like the third one I did in my original playthrough on the Vita. Which, honestly, that game, the Vita version when I got it, best $10 I've ever spent. And still one of my favorite games on that console. Since they didn't release much in the West for it. Oh no, it got knocked onto the floor. Speaking of the poor Vita, why are you over there? No, you go with the handheld consoles over here. There we go. Nice. A place of honor next to the Fennekin plush. Guard the consoles well, Fennekin. Oof. Yeah, the skirt I'm wearing because it's so damn hot. Tried to escape into my underpants. That's not fun. That was the plan, at least. Yeah, I think I did Itsuki's Route third out of all of them. I know I did Kakuru immediately after I did Senri in the original playthrough. Senri I did first. So I didn't know much about what was going on. So, with this being my first encounter with Mikoto, as her being my player character, I thought she was a snooty, arrogant bitch and hated her for the rest of the game. I've grown out of that now. I'm more mature and have enough knowledge to know that she's got her own issues. She's not snooty and arrogant on purpose or under... Like, deep down she's not, but the way she was raised fucked her up in more ways than one, and poor girl has a complex, has a unhealthy perfectionist complex. And severe self-esteem issues where she thinks she's never good enough and it always has to be her that protect, and she's got so many issues. Everyone on this fucking ship needs therapy, except for the one that it's too late. If y'all know, some of y'all know. If y'all even took a peek at what's going on in one of the routes, a very specific route over in Nanami's side, y'all know. Y'all know who it's too late for. That was the plan, at least. But given recent events, I can no longer continue with that course of action. All of us have a legitimate need to know where everyone else is and what they are doing at all times. So I now have to learn about Itsuki, though I doubt a shallow flirt like him will need all that much studying. Oh, girl. Itsuki's one of the deepest characters in this damn game. He wants you to think he's a shallow flirt. Spoiler alert for this route. I am sorry, but he is not what he wants you to think he is. Do you understand, Sakuya? Just because we are not paired together does not mean that I will not still protect you. I know. As long as I stay by his side, nothing will change. I must cut things off at the source. But the moment Itsuki tries anything, let me know, alright? You still have your dagger for personal protection, correct? Wow, you two can be scary. What? Am I gonna get stabbed to death if I so much as lay a finger on her? Yes. However, it is only for emergency situations. Besides, I would never allow her to dirty her hands in such a manner. I know for a fact that no matter how different it sounds to me, Sakuya and Nanami sound exactly the same. At least their voices coming out of my mouth. Is it just me, or was there some extra emphasis on allow her in there? A little possessive, don't you think, Saku? Sakuya flashed his typical charming smile. Itsuki's smile, however, suddenly wavered a bit. It was a similar verbal exchange as dozens before. Why did this one feel more serious? See? I told you this is when the drama starts. Yo, Akito, you got any popcorn on ya? Oh. The next day, Itsuki and I began searching for clues relating to the traitor. You know, this really feels like it's going to be a waste of time and effort. How can you be so sure? Think about it for a second. The traitor is someone who's completely comfortable blending in with everyone here. It's not a mistake that they're here. They've obviously planned this operation out carefully. Someone who's put in that much work is not likely to leave incriminating evidence where it could be found. Especially if they happen to be, a serial killer or something. Well, they might plant evidence pointing to someone else just to raise our suspicions against one another. He made a very good point, actually. It was entirely possible. False or misconstrued evidence could spur unnecessary suspicion and make this tense situation even worse. But which USB device isn't recognized? Is it the mouse? It's the mouse. Okay, we're good. We're not good, but we're good. It's not the capture card, and that's what matters. However, that is just another theory. We will not solve anything with guesses and hunches. That's very true. Remember, guys, Itsuki is the break for my voice. I'm still recovering from all the Koharu, even though I took like a few days to relax my vocal cords. I should have hot tea with me when I do this, except it's so damn hot. Busy work is so not my thing. Aha! I bet his primary reason for doubting the usefulness of this mission. I bet that is his primary reason for doubting the usefulness of this mission. Itsuki is heaving a long-ass sigh right now. I'd much rather spend my time, say... Suddenly, Itsuki fixed his gaze upon me, a charming smile spreading across his face. Taking an innocent, untouched seed and raising it to full bloom with my own hands. Itsuki, you're not the plant guy. Don't be weird, man. What do you say, miss? Would you like to make beautiful flowers bloom with me? Flowers? No, thank you. And I would greatly appreciate it if you would not bother me with such inappropriate innuendos again. Innuendos? I was just making small talk, and purposely making them sound like innuendos. What did you think I meant? Liar, you know what you did. This was a terrible idea. I should have never chosen to partner up with Itsuki. Speaking of gardening, though, I will be right back. I have to make sure that... Oh, right. There we go. Pausing recording. Hopefully it actually... Alright, unpaused recording. Hopefully it... Okay, it is still at the same time it was, so now it's proceeding. Good. Alright, check to the garden. Thanks to all the rain, nothing's... Even with the heat, nothing's, doing badly. So maybe some seeds that are, not sprouting yet. They're like... That might have been... They might have been a little overhydrated, actually. I had the little pots they were in covered with clear plastic wrap so that they'd basically be greenhoused, but with this heat that's no longer necessary. In fact, they're overhydrated now. Alright. The two of us returned to the second floor and the site of the explosion. Why is this so loud in my ear? There we go. In awkward silence, we scoured everywhere, floor to ceiling, and corner to corner, for any clue that might point to the traitor. We found nothing. We were directly involved in the cleanup yesterday, too. The fact that we found nothing means that it is unlikely we'd find anything now. Miss, are we done yet? What say we head back and join everyone else? Done? Our search has barely begun. Quit loafing about and help me look. Itsuki ignored me. He simply stayed where he was, languidly leaning against a wall and watching me do all the work. His utter indifference to our dire situation and his refusal to take it even remotely seriously grated on my nerves, putting me in a foul mood. There is no telling if or when there could be another explosion. How could he act so completely unconcerned? This is no offer. It is an ultimatum. Join me, or I will destroy this ship. That man's words echoed in my head over and over. Ears. I grabbed a damp washcloth to put on the back of my neck because of how hot it is. I should have also tied my hair back. Oh boy. Trying to readjust the washcloth on the back of my neck knocked my headphones off. Hence the ears comment. There we go. He's going to attempt something again. I know he will. I will need to put up stronger barriers. We're finished searching this area. Let us move to another location. I turned on my heel and walked off. A few moments later, Itsuki quietly fell in step behind me. Hey, miss? You mad about something? What exactly do you mean by that? Well, everybody's working hard to find the traitor, you know. That's why we all paired up. But nothing said that you had to get this worked up about it all by yourself. We have no idea when the next attack will come. Unlike you, I do not intend to sit around and apathetically wait for it to occur. I mean, Itsuki has his own plan, probably. I don't remember that much, but knowing what I know about Itsuki, and he's got his own plan. My irritation got the better of me. My voice sounded cold, and I felt my step quicken. Yeah, but it's not like you just dash off like a chicken with its head cut off. You're usually way more organized. The moment that I heard his words, my feet lurched to a halt. I spun around and leveled a glare at Itsuki's indolent face. Not like me. And since when, pray tell, have you known anything at all about me? Do not act like you know me. It is irritating. True, I can't say I know all that much about you, but... You've been looking awfully pale lately. Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard? I am not. There's a barrier up around the ship now, right? Have you been keeping it up this whole time? Yes, of course. Why would I take it down after something like this happened? Aha. So the reason Saku was making an extra fuss over you wasn't just because of me then. Translation team, there's a word there that doesn't belong there. Just thought I'd point it out. Mistakes happen. And while you were too busy changing the few instances of Koharu's text box matching the voice actress's lines, you put a 2 in a place where it should not be. When you put your focus in the wrong spots, for the sake of making things even less consistent, or still inconsistent, just slightly different and consistent, you miss other stuff. You're human, but you could have missed less things like this if you hadn't been so busy with the Kohar stuff. It happens, but damn. You must be exhausted. Don't try to hide it. I prefer girls who are honest with me. Okay, I have a problem, fellow dragons. Well, I'm pretty sure I've decided because of how Itsuki's route is, I will give myself one do-over. I don't want to use that do-over if I can avoid it. I don't want to get his bad ending, but his route is unforgiving. Now, here's the thing. I think what we're supposed to do here is catch him off guard, which would be this answer. But this is what's in character for Mikoto, so I'm gonna try this one. Denying it is pointless, he already knows. I am a little tired, yes. Thought so. Don't overdo it, okay? It was the other one. Shit. Shit. No. Right off the bat, first choice, and I already fucked it up and have to use my one redo. Because if you get even one thing wrong in Itsuki's route, you don't have enough affection points to avoid the bad ending. Even if you choose the correct answer that would get you the good ending. Because his route has both a question where if you pick the wrong thing, you get the bad ending. And if you don't have enough affection points, you get the same bad ending. So, I found that out by absolute accident the first time. Because I fucked up. And just, I played it chill and casual. Like, yeah, let's get through this shit. I did so good on Senris that I shouldn't have too much trouble. And I think I got Kakeru's route right the first time too. But, like, I just barely got that one the first time. And then went back and got the bad ending later. Because I wanted all of the endings. I said I am fine. I am no delicate damsel who wilts at the moment she has to exert effort. Why are you being so stubborn about it? Pushing yourself like this and hiding the strain only makes it that much harder on you. Oh, and what good would come of saying I am tired? Would someone else step in for me and hold up the barriers in my stead? There is no one else who can do what I do. If I show signs of exhaustion, all it will do is make everyone else uneasy. understand why that's the right answer. That's the answer that's in character for her, so I guess that's why it's the right answer. And I think that was the first step to me getting the bad ending on Itsuki's Route the first time when I played it. Because I got the bad ending, went back, thought I chose wrong, picked the other option, went back again, and still got the bad option. Didn't know which one to pick. Googled it, found out that I did pick right the first time, but didn't have enough affection. You have to do Itsuki's Route perfectly to get the good ending. I think I spoiled what happens in the bad ending of Itsuki's Route in the... Actually, Itsuki spoils it back inside... Itsuki spoils it himself, now that I think about it, over in Sakuya's route. So if you came from there and watched the entire thing, you already know what the bad ending is for Itsuki's Route. Hopefully I don't get that one. I'm gonna try not to. Especially since Sakuya's route spoils the bad ending. There we go. All assessors know that using our powers for an extended time is tiring. Your barriers seem like they are especially exhausting. Brain, don't move the X from the exhausting into where the S in especially is. Don't do that. I have been trained to handle far more than this. Please, do not assume I am as weak-willed as you are. But Itsuki was correct. My barriers require heavy concentration. It was no small task to deploy them quickly or maintain them for long periods of time. I cannot let my exhaustion show. I must maintain my composure. Jeez, you are a stubborn one. Here, see? Your hands are freezing. They've turned so white you look like a porcelain doll. Large warm hands enveloped my smaller ones. Let go of me! I won't do anything, I promise. I just want to warm them up for you. Doesn't matter, Itsuki! You don't touch anyone without their consent, anywhere, including the hands. Some people get very overwhelmed by any form of tactile stimuli, and being touched by other humans will freak them out. I'm lucky that I've gotten to the point where just accidentally, hands touching during monetary exchanges at my stupid retail job no longer freaks me out. Back when I was 19 and started my first job, which was also retail, it really freaked me out. I have worked retail far too long. That is quite unnecessary, thank you. Geez, who does this guy think he is? I actually agree with you on that one. Just because he's trying to be nice doesn't mean he wasn't freaking, so he's not gonna freak someone out by doing stuff like that one day. No man had ever reached out to touch me so brazenly in my entire life. He did it so naturally, they took me a moment. Fuck, here come the aunts. He did it so naturally that it took me a moment to realize what had happened. Oh, come on. I'm only touching your hands. It's not like I'm trying to kiss you or anything. Itsuki, doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't fucking matter, my dude. I know what you're actually doing, but I still gotta lecture you on this shit. You had better not. You are far too carefree when it comes to touching others. Yeah, ma'am. What if you touch someone that has autism spectrum disorder and has tactile sensitivity issues? Or any other disorder that can cause tactile sensitivity issues? Or people that just don't like being touched, regardless of any form of sensitivity issues. Don't touch people. They'll let you know when it's okay. Or at least ask first. Am I? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Even the person playing this game right now agrees. And you're one of their favorite characters for some unknown reason. Itsuki, Mikoto. What are you two doing? Isn't it obvious? Miss and I are deepening our understanding of one another. For example, I just learned she really does not want to be touched. Must be a problem for Saku. Yes, I believe we are deepening our understanding. By this point, I think the yawning chasm between us has grown quite wide indeed. Oh, okay, it's Kate. What'd you do this time? I don't know why the yawns keep happening. Come on, hey. She's just saying that. I didn't do anything, I swear. Do you need one of my kunai, Mikoto? What? You too, Nanami? Man, please don't give her anything sharp. The moment Nanami and Heishi appeared, Itsuki beamed a friendly smile at them that he'd never shown to me. He had always been a difficult one to read, but he seemed to get along well with those two. I'd often seen them together before. They're not of similar age or background. What on earth could they have in common? So, you two wound up paired together, huh? Yep. We decided through a totally fair and impartial match of rock, paper, scissors. Now, hold on a minute. I have to scroll up and look at something. How far back does it let me go? Because the pairs, it listed the pairs. And Nanami and Heishi were not them. Aha. Yeah, it's Nanami and Akito. Heishi, you're supposed to be with Ron. How could you do? Did y'all switch pairs? Did y'all switch partners? How could you stick poor Akito with Ron of all people? Oh. Okay, I thought one of my headphones had maybe broken a bit. That's fine. Yeah, we decided through a totally fair and impartial match of rock, paper, scissors. You call that fair and impartial? Well, yeah, it was rock, paper, scissors. Ah, so inventing minor grievances and demanding rematches until you got your desired result is what you call fair and impartial. Hey, Octo was totally waiting half a second to see what we threw before he went. And Ron, well, Ron couldn't even be bothered, so he wouldn't join us. Aha, I see. So you wanted to pair up with Nanami-chan that badly, huh, hey? What a pain. I don't like that the yawns happen every time I try to record this game. Doesn't matter what time of day or night I try to do it, it does this. Why? Maybe it's because this game makes me comfy even when it frustrates me. That's the only reason that it makes any level of sense to me. Hey, is anyone even listening to me? Heishi was rapidly turning pink, but neither Itsuki nor Nanami seemed to care in the least. Ah, that's right, that Itsuki and Mikoto were paired up in Heishi and Nanami's route too. So, but at the start of this, like, there's inconsistency between the start. I guess it's supposed to be assumed, like it's not, like, they're saying that it was determined that way by, I think, like, Heishi's a possessive creep, honestly. He doesn't realize he is, but he kinda is. He's a problem. Heishi was rapidly turning pink, but neither Itsuki nor Nanami seemed to care in the least. Now that I think about it, this is the first time I have listened to the three of them converse. I knew they got along, but this well. We are to use our powers for the sake of world peace. Those are our orders from the world when it gathered us together. Or those were our orders from the world when it gathered us together. Once we reached our destination, we would be split apart and sent our way to whichever nation or nations the world chose. Then our journey would end. Whatever connections we made on this ship would end there. That is why I had decided beforehand not to grow overly attached to anyone. Yeah, that... I have problems with that. If y'all came from other routes, y'all know what my problems with that are. In fact, pretty early on in Senri's route, I gripe about that very situation. Do these three even realize they will be sent on their separate ways soon? Depending on the political situation, they may even be dispatched to nations that hate each other. I did not dislike seeing people be friendly together. It was actually rather pleasant. But knowing that they would all soon be parted tainted the moment with sorrow. At least for the brief time they were on this ship, I want to make sure they are safe and comfortable. I will not let the traitor destroy this. What's wrong, miss? We have not completed our search. I will go and check a few other areas. What? You want to look more? Oh, man. Your presence is not needed. If you do not wish to assist me, you do not have to. I am almost finished for today. I can't let you wander off on your own, you know. See you guys. I've got to go off and enjoy some more private time with Miss now. Okay, come by and play some cards with us later. You got it. They want to play cards in these perilous times. I cannot even imagine doing that. Yeah, I've gotta... We're gonna have to watch, because this route might have the most inconsistency, and that would not just be a translation issue. It might be, but it also might not be. It might just be an oversight. If it shows Nanami being paired off with Akito later, then there will be problems. Otherwise, we assume, because then the assumption that they changed partners very early on will already be thrown out the window. Or they change back. Because I don't remember Akito's route. While it's one of my favorites, I don't remember the beginning of it all too well. I remember some major beats, but I don't remember it as well as some of the others. What? Playing cards at a time like this? Ugh, are they really so ignorant of our situation? That is exactly what your expression says. That is exactly what I was thinking. Maybe, but in my opinion, I think it's times like this when being relaxed and easygoing is really the best thing to do. You and your two friends may think so, but I have to disagree. This ship is sturdily built. It can weather most storms with ease, but that does not mean we can drop our guard. That man's devices are too destructive. We cannot afford to underestimate them. Man, you sure are stubborn. But you know what they say? Supple bamboo is sturdier than hard oak. Be careful, or the stress will snap you. Bamboo also rots quicker than oak. True, but every flower wilts someday. You have to make them happy while they're blooming. Hey, it's just small talk, honestly. There was a cheeky lilt in Itsuki's voice as he offered up that line and slipped ahead of me. And I have to spend even more time with him? I sighed heavily and widened my gait to catch up with the casually strolling man ahead of me. Hey, how come I have to help you all make breakfast? Because it's my team's turn to cook today. You are aware that we are short-handed compared to the other teams, correct? Yeah, but why ask a kid for help? Oh, so you wish to play the child card only way it suits you, Sarata, can you use a cutting knife? Easily. Can your teeny kid hands even hold it? Yes, they can, thank you very much, you ageist bastards. Enough chit-chat, your mouths do not need to move in order to cook. Mikoto. Yes? Sakuya came to stand beside me, looking at me with his kind, concerned gaze. But under no circumstances could I ever accept that kindness. Mikoto, are you alright? You aren't pushing yourself too hard, are you? You look really pale, and I heard you were up super late last night. Yes, and what I do is none of your concern. Yes, it is. That is why I'm bringing it up. Are you still going to insist that I'm not allowed to worry about you? Oh, Sakuya, one route from now, you are going to be the most worried about her you could possibly be. Because some things happen. Mikoto? Sakuya, breakfast will be ready shortly. Please go let everyone know, would you? Ugh. Alright. Sakuya's answer was soft and emotionless. He walked out of the kitchen without another word. I do not want to do this to you, Sakuya. I truly do not, but nothing good can come from you being kind to me, nor me to you. Whoa. He came to you out of concern for your well-being, and you still swatted him away like a fly. Looks like your barriers aren't the only walls you put up. What was so bad about what he did? I know I've made the mistake of touching you, but he didn't even do that. I detest it when people fawn over me and meddle in my affairs. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Uh-huh. Itsuki looked at me like he wanted to say something, his standard indolent smile still playing on his lips. What? Oh, nothing. The look on your face says otherwise. If you have something to say to me, then out with it already. I think I can guess what he's gonna say. The pot is burning. Yep. And I'm also pretty sure you left the fish grilling on high this whole time, too. Why did you not say so soon? Ow! Come. What the hell is this? Did that hopeless chicken or lapdog somehow end up cooking today? Hey, we didn't cook anything. The Hyokos wouldn't let us in the kitchen. We wanted to help. I think I'll just pass on breakfast today. Do you think we could catch one of those chicken things and roast it? Why would they let someone like you on this ship? Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, we hate you. Don't you dare try to eat us. Although some of us like sitting on you and perching on you when you nap. Kakiro, that's sexist as fuck. Wait, have you always been this bad a cook? Man, you have a pretty face, but Akito would make a much better wife. Hey, don't say sexist crap like that. There's nothing wrong with a guy cooking. There's nothing wrong with a guy being good at cooking. And some women can't cook worth a damn, and apparently 2 of them are on the ship. No, I think it's just fine. See? There's pickled plums to go with it. My secret red sauce should make it edible. Oh, even Nanami thinks this stuff isn't edible. That's a problem. Man, it's so nice out today. You'd almost forget we're flying this ship. I said that wrong, but I'm not going back. Well, you sure seem pleased. You know, miss, if we mere humans aren't worthy of a smile, why don't you try smiling at the sky? Or are you still sour over this morning? Come on, stop letting it eat at you. Aki made some tasty rice balls for everyone. A healthy lifestyle starts with healthy meals. I still cannot believe I failed so badly. Well, you did seem like you were deep in thought at the time. About Saku, I'd bet. I was not. Uh-huh, liar. I mean, just look at all the wrinkles you're making with that furrowed brow. Cease your prattling and start looking for clues. This is where the attacker appeared. He may have left something behind. Are you sure you aren't exhausting yourself by being this uptight all day long? Don't you ever think about relaxing, like at all? This toxic work yourself into the grave mentality is not helping anyone. ever, in any circumstance. This is entirely normal for me. In fact, I am wondering if you ever stop thinking about relaxing and take anything seriously. Oh, I'm totally serious right now. If you don't take proper breaks and rest, then you will cause yourself damage and cause more trouble for everyone. You take breaks and take care of yourself. You even lecture others about this in other routes. You are not. There's no way you're being serious about anything. You spent all day lazing about with that insufferable smile etched on your face. You even fall asleep in meetings. Ow! Harsh. Okay, I admit every once in a while I might nod off during a really boring meeting, but it's not like I do it all the time. I'm not Ron. You are supposed to be awake for all of them. You know, miss, you're really quick to yell when I fall asleep, but won't you compliment me when I stay awake? Compliment you? See, I was born and raised in a red light district. Kicking back and talking about romance is more normal to me than being serious is. So going to meetings, doing chores, and looking for stuff about the traitor is really tough for me. I'm making a huge effort here. I realize that people from different walks of life will have different values and outlooks, but is such minimal effort really worth praising? Fuck. This might be the one. I'm probably wrong, but we're not going back. We've already used our one. If I get this wrong, then we are fucked and locked into the bad ending. He spends much of his time goofing off, yes, but he occasionally says worthwhile things. So I suppose he is not all bad. But what kind of compliment does he expect? Good work staying awake during the meetings? Sounds like too much like an insult. If you have to think that hard about it, then just forget it. I was just about to say something. It doesn't need to be words, you know? You could find some more intimate ways to thank me for my hard work. Oh, yeah, no, I think we're fucked, fellow dragons. No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that missing this one question has fucked us. And with Itsuki being who he is, it makes it hard to pick the right answers. His long, slender hand reached for me. I stifled a gasp. What the? A barrier? Oh, right, you don't like being touched. I should have asked first. A crushing weight pressed down on me. I was already holding the barrier around the entire ship, and bringing up another around myself quickly drained my stamina. However, I forced myself to smile and act as if it were nothing. Well, it will not be so easy to lay a hand on me now. Jeez, you're already beat from holding up the ship's barrier, and now you pull this. I told you before, this is nothing. I have been trained to handle this. Right. You hate the idea so much you will put up a barrier to keep me out, eh? What a prissy little rich girl. Probably afraid that getting touched by a brothel brat like me would taint you, eh? I did not mean that. His attitude shifted suddenly becoming hostile. Though he still bore the same smile on his face, it seemed far more menacing than it had ever before. I could not help but swallow hard. I had been taught that there was nothing wrong with being proud of your family, but belittling others because of their birth or family circumstance was wrong. Indeed, but your actions do not reflect that, ever, in any of the routes. I realize I may have unintendedly insulted Itsuki by fending off his advances. It appeared that he felt I was belittling him for the fact that he was born into poverty. That was wrong. Brain, say words correctly, please. I'm not going to reread that, but say the words correctly. I opened my mouth, searching for some way to make things right, but he stopped me. No, give it to me straight. Be brutally honest with me. Go on, I can take it. I'm used to being spit on and insulted. Hell, sometimes people paid me to do that to me. What the fuck? Wait, let me try. It's totally normal for prim little rich girls to drive themselves to exhaustion, right? It's normal for you to try to do absolutely everything by yourself. To hurt and shove away someone who's only trying to be nice to you? Is that all normal to you? Oh, and I'm not talking about myself in this case. An image of Sakia flashed through my mind. No, it's not. I do not want to be cold, but I'm trying not to hurt anyone but... You're not trying to be hurtful and cold? Well, you couldn't be more so if you tried. If that's not your goal, then what is? What are you really like? Are you sure you haven't lost sight of yourself? Somewhere along the line, his scathing tone had tuned gentle, like a mother soothing a child. See, I like girls who are looking for pampering. Girls who will lean on me for things. Basically, girls who are all about self-indulgence. Itsuki, that is outright a lie. I should know. I've gotten both your good and bad endings. I know how you actually are, man. How pathetic. Oh, in my experience, all girls like to have their wishes indulged. I am not so weak and needy as to rely on someone else. I shouted at him, feeling myself fraying at the edges out of frustration and exhaustion. You know, you are so not my type when you're trying so hard like that. Really? That is wonderful news. Hey, listen, just out of curiosity, when do you think it is that other people, you know, lesser people, show their true selves? I could not say. When they think they're alone, maybe? What about when they're lost in thought? Do you think cracks in the facade would show up then? His insidious words slowly began worming their way into my mind. Yeah, Itsuki can be a manipulative bastard if he wants to. He just usually chooses not to. What am I doing? Why am I even hearing him out? There's no benefit to this conversation. I turned around to avoid looking at him further. Really? Because the game's not showing the other side of the roof. I did not want to hear his soft voice or his feeble attempts at seduction. I did not even want to think anymore, but what he said kept repeating in my mind. Who the hell is texting me? Is it probably comics? No, it's Discord. What do they want? The true me, there is no such thing. This is the real me. I use my barriers to protect people. That is my purpose, my everything. Who says there has to be a true me? Hello? Ugh. Penny for your thoughts. That's cute, but stop. No. No. Bad Itsuki. No touch. How? My barrier should be up. I'd say people expose their true selves when they think they're alone, when they're lost in thought, and when they dream. Say, for example, you had a choice between a reality where you had to work all the time and a dream where you could be the real you. Which would you pick? His words were like poisoned blades. As they pricked me, they spread numbing indecision throughout my body. His voice was so soft, so sweet, I could not help but... There's no pain in dreams, no sadness. Everything can go exactly the way you wanted it to. You can be yourself and no one will hurt you. You won't hurt anyone either. Don't you think that would be real happiness? What kind of dreams do you dream, miss? Who are you under that tough exterior? My lips moved of their own accord. It was like I was no longer in control of my own body. I do not know who I am. Itsuki was in total control now. I felt everything go numb. Yeah, Itsuki can be manipulative if he wants to. Right now he's decided he wants to. His power is not mind control. Exactly? Not quite. He nipped my earlobe as if to snap me out of the numbness and draw more words from me. There's a sharp stab of pain, then warmth. So warm. I know this warmth. You see Itsuki's hands, almost like his hands are... Let me go! I've told you not to touch me! Whoa, impressive. All that and you still didn't break? Your stubbornness is the real deal, I'll give you that. What did you just do to me? Man's gotta have his secrets. I nearly just lost consciousness out of the blue. Wait, is that his power? And at some point I dropped my barrier. That one was exhausted. That one was you. What did you do? Well, that clears that up. You and I are completely different. You weren't faking it. You really are strong. And also, totally not my type. Ah well. Though being different does have an odd appeal. Well then, if we are truly as incompatible as you claim, I would appreciate it if you would never make such lewd advances upon me again. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You're too fun to tease. What? Itsuki, I know that that's not your actual intention, but don't make me say such creepy things. See, some guys enjoy molding girls into someone that is more their type. Is this more of your small talk? Nah, that's a full come on. What? God, miss, wait. I used my one for the entire route, fellow dragons. I can't go back and fix it. We were probably gonna get the bad ending. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm still gonna try not to, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they rebalanced some things. I feel like an idiot for being worried that I had accidentally insulted him. I am never speaking to him again. At that moment, the ground shuddered. If not for the fact that we were airborne, I would have thought it was an earthquake. Oh no, another attack? Miss! Itsuki's hand shot out and grabbed me by the arm, yanking me backwards. At that moment, a shockwave rippled through the ship, and a heavy thud shook the air. What just happened? I stared at the scene in front of me in shock and disbelief. In the very spot I had been standing just a moment ago, an enormous tree now lay felled. Oh, fuck. How could this happen? Did its roots rot away, perhaps? No, all of the vegetation on this ship is under Kakeru's supervision. This is not something that could happen normally. Miss, look here. What? Itsuki pointed to the trunk of the fallen tree. The top of the broken stump looked like a mound of wooden needles, but that was not all. There was an ugly black scorch mark right where it had broken. Looks like someone damaged the trunk to make it fall. But who would do something like that? Good question. Did you fall in that spot by chance, or was someone aiming at me? It was the precise moment that I lowered my barrier, too. I glanced around the area, but there was no sign of anyone but the two of us. Whoever it was must have left or not been there from the start. Ah, well, you survived, that's what counts. If anything had happened to you, Saku would stab me like a pincushion with that dagger. And probably Nanami-chan's kunai. Yeah, he would. How could anyone do something like that? Was it their power, perhaps? Or was it that barbarian? For now, let's get the fuck away from here. Am I going to have to keep my barriers up constantly? I would love to put ones around everyone individually, but that is beyond my capabilities. Well then, let's say we pick back up where we left off a minute ago, Wait, what did you just say? Come on, let's head back. Hey, stop that! Stop pulling so hard! Perfect stopping point, fellow dragons, and I have to leave for work soon. See you next time, fellow dragons. I'm gonna rewind a little bit so that the start of the next episode starts at the